Morning traders, and this is your Dax day trade setup for today. So yesterday's daily we ended up with this indecision bar, and this is fairly interesting because there's two scenarios that could take place. So it's one of those 50-50 call days. So firstly, what I'm looking for is my inside bars. There's my first inside bar, but that was created most recently. My next inside bar is pretty much over here. You can see there's two areas there. And I'm looking for a third one, and there's my third inside bar fractal there, and that's pretty much where we bounced off. Okay, so those are our daily levels. If we start drilling down to the 3 hour, what can we see that's happening? The first thing we see here is diversions. There's a low, lower low, low, higher low, diversions, and we have a fractal. This fractal is one of the levels that was rejected right here. And looking at this, I can see that there were buyers stepping in here. There were buyers here. Then with the Fed news from the US coming out, market raced to the downside before buyers stepped in. Now, the first question we have to ask ourselves is, why did the buyers step in there? And you can see quite a bit of interaction at this area here. Okay, a bit messy, but you can see there was a lot of buying and selling that happened off this level. So that's the reason why we got to that level. Now, let's get down to the 1 hour, because this is what's going to tell us. So a couple of things here. We had a grouping of oscillators, then we grouped the upside. At the moment, oscillators are nowhere to be seen. They have no value to tell us what's going on right now. They're in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so we didn't bounce off a real level here, but there probably would have been some kind of a level that we bounced off here. But not, we've been on a lower time frame, which is why you've had the rally and then we've had another step below it. So the easy way around this is now take that out. That is your current range. Okay, you've got diversions, quite dramatic diversions. If you look there, that's higher than here, and that's low. That's this area here is lower than that point. So that is diversions. Okay. And what we're looking for is positive price action indicating a turn to the upside. And this is the first signal here. We've got an inside bar with buyers stepping in here. Okay, so I would suspect that we do rally up, probably not too far, probably as far as 12,292 before bouncing back again, and then maybe holding up on 1,223 before bouncing back to the upside. Okay, so that's kind of the view that I have now. If we do break below 12,044, then we're looking for more downside. Okay, so that's kind of the way I see it at the moment. And if we just drill down to the 30-minute, that'll give you pretty much the same scenario. We had a crossover, then the news came in, brought us down, but we've got an inside bar. We've got a double inside bar actually, so it's inside. So this body fits inside this body fits inside this body. Forget the tails for now, but that's two inside bars. So that is a bullish signal. I've got some other bullish signals along the bottom here. So I do suspect the buyers are trying to step in, but we won't wait for confirmation before we get in for a long. But there's definitely something happening at the moment. If we look at what the DAX is doing at the moment, it is up at 12,178. It's up 0.5% already. 12,178. 12,178. So let's use this level here. So we're kind of up in this area at the moment. Okay, so when the market opens, just wait for structure. You probably see a little bit of a bounce back again. And if it starts forming this kind of price action here where you see tails and a little bit of indecision, and the moving averages coming close together, that's going to be your signal to get in. Before we go, let's just quickly look at the ichimoku. Okay, so ichimoku on the hourly is still, the trend is still to the downside. You can see Kijinsen and Dickinson are still pointing down and sort of coming together at the moment. So something could be brewing on that. So if we look at the 4 hour, you can see Dickinson running down, Kijinsen running flat. So when you see that kind of setup, you can see here, Kijinsen ran flat, ran down, and then rolled up. Okay, it happens so often. Here's another one here. And you can go back in this and you'll see so many of those scenarios. Okay, that's pretty much what's forming at the moment. So what you're looking for is Dickinson to start flattening out and then starting to point up, while Kijinsen flat. That's going to give you extra confidence that you're on the right track. But this 4 hour candle here, this is telling you there's buyers here. Okay, so ideally what you want to be is you're looking for a break above, or you're looking for a 4 hour close above this level here of 12,222. Okay, and then your target is pretty much, if you're working on ichimoku, you're looking for a target of around 12,318. Okay, which is Kijinsen. If I look at the daily, we have a crossover, we're pointing down, we are off the flag, we're bouncing off the flag. Oh, sorry, the cloud, not the flag. So this is an indecision daily bar as well. So again, I would expect some kind of a bounce up, find some structure, and then possibly another attempt to break through the cloud. But at this stage, I don't see us falling straight through right now. Okay, so daily trend has reversed if you're looking at this. And we've also got Chico span through price as well. We just don't have a twist in the cloud. So 2 out of 3 is not a valid signal for a short. So the trend is still up. We're still above the cloud, so trend is up. What we're looking for is a bounce, and then a bounce down, a higher low, and then a continuation. So if you get the bounce up, and then we get a low, and it carries on to give us a lower low, that's going to give us a break through the cloud, which will then start changing the tune, and we'll start looking for shorts on the daily. Okay, but for now, stick to the lower time frames. It is looking like we're going to get a bounce to the upside. So that's what you want to do. You want to take the scalp to the upside. And you can see we hit the cloud, bounced off the cloud on the half hour. So you expect another one. But any break below this low, all bets are off, and expect this to continue. Okay. Last thing, actually. There was our trend line. So what you could expect is a rally into the cloud here and then a bounce off. And you can see how these levels line up. That level lines up pretty well in the cloud. And then bounce back down. Okay. So yeah, trend is down. Just don't want to be short at this level. I'd rather be short higher up. And then if we don't get a lower low, then you're going to be looking for longs to the upside. So there's potentially a long scalp at the moment. Just take profit at the levels. Okay. And then look for an opportunity to get short again to see if you can break down past this level. You at least expect a second test of this. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me today. Hope it helps, and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.